6 o'clock, so I'll declare the meeting open. Welcome everybody. This ordinary council meeting will be video recorded and the recordings published on the Shire of Dundas website. 1.1, the Shire of Dundas recognises the Nudgee and Mirning as traditional custodians in the Shire of Dundas and pay our respects to their elders past and present. We have our Deputy CEO attending remotely and Councillor Brown. Councillor Brown, I haven't got a form, so I'll just ask you some questions and then it's recorded. So I need you to please confirm that you are alone in a private location.
Correct.
No other person can see or hear the proceedings.
Correct.
You're using headphones where appropriate.
I'm inside a car, so nobody can hear me.
Right. The confidential papers and the computer screen can't be accessed or viewed by another person.
Correct.
And you can maintain confidentiality throughout any closed portion of the meeting.
Correct.
Thank you. Item 2, declarations of interest. Any financial interests?
Nil.
No.
Any proximity?
Sorry, Madam Chair, I may have a financial interest in item 10.2.3.
Thank you. Proximity interest?
Nil.
Impartiality?
Nil.
Any gifts?
Nil.
We are all here. Item 4, are there any applications for leave of absence?
I need myself. I haven't emailed you, but I can give you the dates.
Yep.
As of the 22nd of August to the 31st of August. Sorry.
First. Yeah. Have you got any meetings in that? Any meetings in that time? Don't think so. Should be good.
And for me, from the 26th till the 31st.
Okay, so we have 2 applications for leave of absence. They're quite short. Is anybody opposed to either of those? Okay. Item 5, response to previous public questions. We have none. Item 6, public question time. Do we have any questions from the gallery? No. Item 7, confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting. 7.1, the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held the 21st of July 2026. If someone move that recommendation. Councillor McLeod, thank you. Councillor Holman beat you to it, Councillor Brown. Anybody have any adjustments to be made to those minutes? All happy? We have a recommendation that the minutes of the ordinary meeting of council held on the 21st of July 2026 be confirmed as a true and accurate record. Those in favour? You're gone frozen, Councillor Brown.
Not on my end.
You're in favour?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 7.2, minutes of the special council meeting held the 28th of July 2026. Councillor McLeod, thank you. One second. Councillor Holman. Any adjustments to those minutes? All good. We have a recommendation that the minutes of the special meeting of council held on the 28th of July 2026 be confirmed as a true and accurate record. Those in favour? No, she's still frozen. You're going to have to speak, Councillor Brown. You're-
In favour.
Thank you. That is carried. Okay. Item 8.1, photographic competition awards. We like this bit. Okie dokie. So, some piece of paper. This year, we received 150 entries for our competition. So last year, we had 37 adult entries and 6 youth. And this year we had 43 adult entries and 13 youth. So there you go, pretty good. Okay, so we had a couple of certificates for some special little people that have taken some photos for us. So we have a certificate here for Miss Charlotte Morton. Charlotte. Well done. We have one for Martin Woods. Well done. Okay, now, and you finish. We have the third place. It's sticky little photo, completely the same colour, but Harper Hyman.
Yep, if you want to step this one. Also, if you want to step back a little bit, let's do that 1, 2, 3.
Okay, in second place, we're minus our second place. Winner. But that is for this photograph. That's pretty cool. Got the silly on shoes on the way. For Lachlan Rick. Our winner for the youth best place is also Rick, Slaney Rick. It's spectacular. Alright, good. Okay, now we have the Northern Woodlands to Euclid Coast. The runner-up in that category is Miss Laura Lorne Hunt. The winner is John Pearson. One, two, three. Okay. Councillor Yes, thanks. Okay. In second place, and he's also these ones. This little funky guy. Third place, support the child. Miss Hannah. I'm doing the reports. And it's a big one, the image of excellence. Miranda Cave. Good shot. Just in case anybody's wondering, our judges are not local, they're imported, and so that's how they were chosen. Good job, everybody. Okay, so if any of you need to leave, you can shoot through now. Okay, item 8.2, reports of committees. 8.3.1. GBROC. GBROC meeting was held on Friday, 31st of July, hosted by the Shire of Menzies. Leader of the Nationals Party, Shane Love, MLA, and Rob Horseman, MLC, both attended that GBROC meeting. They raised concerns over the future of the CSRFF, which is the Community Sports and Recreation Facilities Fund, which has been scrapped for the state government to focus on election commitments. The lack of access to this funding puts many projects to upgrade sporting facilities at risk, particularly for smaller, more remote local governments. The program has been a long-standing one, and it's often the only option for these upgrades. They also voiced concerns over the process for amending the rating of miscellaneous licence legislation. Ali Kent advised the big news of the power agreement with Northern Star Resources, which will give Kalgoorlie Boulder access to 720 kilowatts of power should the power go out. Tenders for the promised vanadium battery have now closed, and the battery is expected to be on stream 2028-29. Tenders are out for the pipeline upgrade. Laverton Hospital build is ahead of schedule. The newly appointed Mines Minister, Daniel Pastorelli, was scheduled to attend the Diggers and Dealers Conference, and a community cabinet will be held in Kalgoorlie Boulder in October. 1,200 street lights in Kalgoorlie have been replaced with LED lights, so that will be ongoing. Tony Brown, the local government inspector, gave an update on his office. Local government inspector is a separate office to the Department of Local Government, Industry Regulation and Safety. He's accountable to the Minister for Local Government, the CCC, the Office of the Auditor General and Public Sector Commissioner. He advises that the compliance audit return is due on the 30th of September, and those will be analysed by the Office of the Local Government Inspector and advice given on any non-compliance noted. As a result of any inspector's inquiry, the local government must implement the local government inspector recommendations. Miss Hannah, would you like to attend to that gentleman in the back of the room there? Thank you. Shire of Menzies have been busy. There are works currently being undertaken on the town hall to address some rising damp issues. The old Lady Shenton pub's been renovated to house the visitor centre and CRC, and I think they've got a few other bits and bobs in there. The town dam has been relined with bentonite to make leak proof, and the new dam from the Water Corp is installed. There are planned upgrades to the town oval, incorporating an outdoor gym. Astrotourism is a current focus to increase visitor numbers, and a large event is planned for Lake Ballard next May, when the Perth Symphony Orchestra will play. Kirsty Martin from Walga advised that the CSRFF funding is being reviewed by the Department of Sport and Cultural Industries, and there will be a call for submissions and consultation. Planning reforms are ongoing still. The Walga Convention program is now available on the website. The GDC, Chris Starcevich, advised that Minister David Michael will attend the next GFROC meeting in September, to be held here in Norseman. REDS grants are to be announced soon. The new GEDC board appointments are currently with the Minister and should also be announced soon. The GEDC is currently working on a submission for the 27-28 state budget. Items for decision at our meeting include an update on the rateability of miscellaneous licences, which legislation was given royal assent on the 25th of June and came into effect on the 1st of July 2026. It was decided to invite the Minister for Local Government to the next GFROC meeting to be held in Norseman, 11th of September. I think we haven't heard back from her office yet. It was noted that the Department of Housing and Works has not been responsive to any requests for meetings or presentations to the GFROC group. Proposed changes to the Australian Government Disaster Recovery Funding Framework were discussed. There are a number of concerns raised, such as the proposed new threshold for the financial trigger for assistance rising from $240,000 to $2.7 million per event, the financial capacity of smaller local governments to undertake emergency repairs prior to receiving support, lack of clear standards and guidelines for evidence required to make the claim. Submissions are currently being called for on the proposed amendments, and a letter has been forwarded to the Federal Minister, the Honourable Christy McBain, outlining the concerns raised by the GFROC. A review is currently being undertaken into the mapping of bushfire-prone areas. There are some concerns around the mapping not being relevant and picking up areas of rock rather than vegetation. The bushfire mitigation strategies and minimising unnecessary bushfire attack level triggers. The Privacy and Responsible Information Sharing legislation came into effect the 1st of July 2026. There is very little guidance and lack of detail around the implications of this legislation for local governments. So a letter will be written to the Minister for some assistance. Our next GFROC meeting will be held the 11th of September, to be hosted here by the Shire of Dundas. 822, the next Walga State Council meeting will be held on Wednesday the 2nd of September. Next regional road group meeting is scheduled for Friday the 27th of November. We've had no road-wise meeting. Our next LEMAC meeting will be held on Wednesday the 26th of August, and our next coastal planning strategy meeting will be on the 20th of August. Okay. Economic Development Working Group. It's still a work in progress. Item 9, announcements by me. Contrary to Facebook reports, we do not currently have management over the golf club. So the current state of the golf club has got nothing to do with us. However, we have had a letter to say that that handover is in the process of happening as of yesterday. So it should be handed over soon. Item 10.1.1, application for the development approval, proposed veranda signage to the Nudgee office premises in Norseman. Recommendation is on page 12. I'll move that. Councillor Warner, thank you. 1 second. Councillor Fleming, thank you. Would you like to speak to it, Councillor Warner?
No.
Councillor Fleming? Would anybody like to speak against it?
I would. I don't think it should really be put where they are planning it, because you can't see the facade and the heritage of the building.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay, anybody else? We have a recommendation that council pursuant to clause 68(2) in schedule 2 of the Planning and Development Local Planning Schemes Regulations 2015 approve development application DA 032026 to install 2 business signs displaying the name Nudgee Native Title Aboriginal Corporation, RNTBC. Should that not be NNTAC?
Should
Yeah.
be in there.
NNTAC. Happy to have that amended, Councillor Warner, Councillor Fleming? Yeah. To the existing veranda post located within the Prinsep Street and Ramsay Street reserves as per the photograph mock-ups accompanying the development application. The advice note to that recommendation is that the applicant is advised that pursuant to its policy and assessment guidelines for static advertising signs, separate approval may need to be obtained from Main Roads, Western Australia, to install the proposed sign on the veranda post located within the Prinsep Street Reserve. Those in favour? Yeah, thank you. And against? Thank you. All is carried. Item 10.1.2, the application for development approval, proposed patio and vehicle storage shed, Nudgee Training Centre, Norseman. Recommendation is on page 21. Councillor McLeod. And second?
Second that.
Councillor Warner, thank you. Shall I speak to that, Councillor McLeod? Councillor Warner?
No, thank you.
Anybody like to speak against that? No. We have a recommendation that Council 1 notes that the Shire's action in notifying the Department of Planning, Lands and Heritage about Reserve 13004. That is not the recommendation. Sorry, that recommendation is on page 17, 16 and 17. Sorry about that, folks. Right, the real recommendation is that Council 1, pursuant to clause 68(2) in Schedule 2 of the Planning Development Local Planning Schemes Regulations 2015, approve development application DA 04/2026 to erect a patio and vehicle and trailer storage shed upon lots 29 and 30 on deposited plan 222908 HNs 90 to 92 Angove Street, Norseman, generally in accordance with the design documentation accompanying the application for development approval and subject to the following condition: stormwater runoff from the proposed structures being collected, stored and disposed of to the specifications and satisfaction of the Shire's Chief Executive Officer. 2, request the Shire Chief Executive Officer to examine and provide a report for Council's future consideration for adoption, a list of building types, uses and activities that could be made exempt via relevant legislation or policy from requiring development approval, in particular prescribed circumstances, especially where the building types, uses and activities are deemed to have minimal adverse impacts upon surrounding uses, amenity and character of the locality in which they are proposed to be located within. The advice note is 1, the granting of development approval does not constitute a building permit, and that an application for relevant building permits must be submitted to the Shire of Dundas and be granted before any work requiring a building permit can commence on site. 2, the granting of the development approval does not negate the requirement for any other approvals, permits, licences, etc., and adherence to due diligence which may be required under separate legislation. It is the proponent's responsibility to identify and obtain any other approvals, permits, licences, etc., and undertaking of due diligence required before the development use lawfully commences. Right. Those in favour? Thank you. Right. 10.1.3, the Norseman Golf Course Reserve 13004 Management Order and Notification to DPLH. That one's on page 21. Councillor McLeod, thank you. And second. Councillor Holman, thank you. Would you like to speak to that, Councillor McLeod? Councillor Holman? Anybody like to speak against it? No. Anybody else like to speak about it at all? Okay. We have a recommendation that Council 1 notes that the Shire's action in notifying the Department of Planning, Lands and Heritage about Reserve 13004 was prompted by the large number of complaints received concerning possible contamination, buried waste, dangerous trees, the condition of the clubhouse and other buildings, fire and public safety risks, restricted community access, and the general neglect of the Norseman Golf Course. 2, notes that the membership information provided to the department identified 20 financial members, none of whom were from Norseman, and therefore did not demonstrate local membership or local community representation. 3, notes the department's findings following its inspection of Reserve 13004 and its decision to revoke the Norseman Golf Club's management order for non-compliance. 4, notes that the new management order placing Reserve 13004 under the care, control and management of the Shire of Dundas is expected to be issued within approximately 2 weeks. 5, requests the Shire Chief Executive Officer, upon receipt of the management order, to complete a documented handover, implement any immediate access and safety controls considered necessary, and arrange preliminary environmental, asbestos, arboriculture, building, fire and insurance risk assessments. And 6, requests a further report to Council outlining the assessment findings, responsibilities of relevant parties, proposed remediation and redevelopment priorities, available external funding or cost recovery options, and the financial and resourcing implications for the Shire. Those in favour? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Councillor Fleming?
I'll go again.
Yes. Yep. That is carried. Item 10.2.1, accounts paid the 1st of the 7th, 2026 to the 31st of the 7th, 2026. Recommendation on the page 33.
I'll move that recommendation.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Councillor McLeod. Like to speak to that, Councillor Warner?
No, thank you.
Councillor McLeod? Anyone have any questions? We have a recommendation that the Shire of Dundas monthly accounts paid from the 1st of the 7th, 2026 to the 31st of the 7th, 2026 be noted. Those in favour? Thank you. That is carried. Item 10.2.2, receive the information bulletin. Recommendation on page 34.
I'll move that. I'll second that.
Councillor Warner, Councillor Holman. We have a recommendation that Council receive the monthly Councillors' information bulletin for the period ending 11th of August 2026. Those in favour? Thank you. Thank you. It's carried. Item 10.2.3 is a confidential item relating to the appointment of an interim Chief Executive Officer. I have someone move that the meeting proceeds behind closed doors. Councillor McLeod. On second.
I'll second that.
Councillor Warner, thank you. Those in favour? Thank you. That is carried. And it is 6:29. Okay, so the recommendation as provided in the confidential papers was carried unanimously. That's all I've got to do for that one. That's all I've got to do for that one. Yep. Okay, moving along. 10.2.4, the Wagga Local Government Convention. Where's my thing? I've got to move. Hang on. Second.
Seconded.
Councillor Warner. Right. Page 37. Right. Councillors Holman and Fleming, you are the new kids on the block. I think that it would be beneficial if you guys went, if you are available.
Yes.
Councillor Fleming. Councillor Holman.
Yes, on Monday, I have to check one thing, but yes.
Okey. Councillor Warner. I don't need to be in there because I'm going anyway. I think in light of some fiscal responsibility, although we could all go, I think perhaps maybe not this time. Councillor McLeod, you've been to quite a few now and 3 times to Canberra, I think. So maybe we'll let our new councillors go this time to this one. That's my view anyway. Would anybody like to speak to that? All right, well, we have a recommendation that Council 1 nominate Councillor Sharon Warner, Councillor Andy Holman, Councillor Priscilla Fleming as delegates to attend the 2026 Walga Local Government Convention. 2, nominate the Shire President, Councillor Lorraine Bonza, as the voting delegate. And 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or appointed senior officer to accompany the councillor delegates to provide executive support. Those in favour? Okay. Thank you. That is carried. Thank you, everybody. Item 10.2.5, commencement of community consultation in Shire of Dundas Public Health Plan. Recommendation is on page 39. 39.
I'll move that.
Councillor Warner. Councillor Fleming. Would you like to speak to that, Councillor Warner?
No.
Councillor Fleming? Anybody like to speak against it? Oh, did we? Oh, yes, we did. Okay, we have a recommendation that Council 1 endorses the commencement of community and stakeholder consultation to inform the development of the Shire of Dundas Public Health Plan. 2, notes that consultation will include a community survey, targeted stakeholder engagement and facilitated community engagement activities. 3, authorises the Chief Executive Officer to undertake and promote the consultation process and make minor administrative changes to consultation materials as required. And 4, notes that the outcomes of community consultation will inform preparation of the draft Shire of Dundas Public Health Plan, which will be presented to Council for consideration prior to final adoption. Those in favour? Thank you. It's carried. Item 10.2.6, the meeting date change for September 2026. Recommendation is on page 41. Councillor Holman, thank you. And second?
I'll second that.
Councillor Warner. Would you like to speak to that, Councillor Holman? Councillor Warner?
No, thank you.
Anybody opposed to that? So we have a recommendation that Council change the date for the September 2026 Ordinary Council meeting as follows. 2026 Ordinary Council meeting, Tuesday the 29th of September 2026, 6 o'clock at our Council chambers here in Norseman, and that any further public meetings to be held throughout the year, such as special council meetings and electors meetings, are set as determined by Council. Those in favour? Okay, thank you. It is carried. Item 10.3.1, officers' reports. Recommendation on page 43.
I'll move that recommendation.
Councillor Warner, Councillor Holman, thank you. Officers, anything to add?
I might through the chair. Councillors, I just wanted to acknowledge that we've got our wonderful Cruncher event coming up, and a lot of work has been going into that, but also as our village grocer and some of our workforce have been impacted a little bit by the dreaded lurgy going around at the moment. So just wanted to acknowledge the team and those that have stepped up just to do a little bit extra while we're navigating a bit of hit to the workforce with some illness. But overall, super excited. The team's excited about the Cruncher event. Please promote to all your networks.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? No? Anything from that end of the table? No. Okay, we have a recommendation that the Shire of Dundas Council receive the Works and Services, Youth and Recreation Services and Woodlands Cultural Community and Visitor Centre reports as contained in papers relating. Those in favour? Thank you. That is carried. We have no elected members' motions. We have no late items. So our next meeting will be on the 29th of September in Norseman. We have no further business, so I'll declare the meeting closed at 6:44. Thank you, everybody.